report. I hope those speaking in tongues we have anointing to accept God's judgment. Festus KEYAMO. So what else do Nigerians wants to know? That they already have the results now, the court case in their own favor, even with all the evidence on ground. You reject EU report, you reject UN report. How can 3 or 4 different bodies be saying the same thing and you are saying they are talking blah blah blah? Even the one Nigerians have said, you said nothing. You see, with this kind of arrogancy, these people, they are done with this case. You see the reason why they will say go to court. They understand what they are doing. But Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are really watching to see what is going to be the outcome of this case. They are telling Nigerian judiciary, please, keep our democracy safe with this case. Nigerians are watching. Let's quickly hit the news and get the full details. But before then, guys, if you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The chief spokesman of the All Progressive Congress in the 2029 and 2023 presidential elections, Festus KEYAMO, has responded to the several comments about President Tinubu's legitimacy making rounds on social media since the release of the European Union reports on the outcome of the 2023 elections in Nigeria. We record that the European Union electoral observer mission had issued a report on the elections, describing it as a product of a poorly done desk job that relied heavily on few persons, stirring reactions from Nigerians, some of who believe that the mandate belongs to their preferred candidate, Mr. Peter Obi. However, speaking up on the report, the senior advocates reminded Nigerians that there are no elections without irregularities, and the EU report cannot tell who won the elections in Nigeria. He further berated those rejoicing excitedly about the report, wondering if they will have the same anointing when the court finally decide on the matter. He wrote, all the hoopla over the EU report is neither here nor there when it comes to legitimizing or delegitimizing the government of the day. That power or responsibility belongs to the judiciary. I hope those who are now rejoicing as if they are speaking in tongues over the EU report, we also have the spirit and anointing to accept and embrace the actual forensic judgment by our highly constituted law courts when they eventually decide on the 2023 elections. Nigerians not the hearing, so this really speaks volumes of what APC is already up to. Okay, in his own voice, declaring certain aspects of an election on electoral process as flawed is not synonymous as saying the whole process was failure. This is simple difference a whole bunch of people have failed to realize. There's no single election in the entire world that would not record certain complaints of irregularities in certain areas. The real issue is determine is whether those supposed irregularities substantially affected the election to the extent that the losers could have won or the winner could have lost. If you cancel an entire process, each time some irregularities happened or some reported, we may conduct an election 100 times and no winner would be announced. It is only a forensic examination of the entire process by the judiciary that can clearly determine the extent the supposed irregularities affected the final outcome of the elections, and there are legal rules already laid down to achieve this. The EU report is not and cannot be a document that tells you who won or who lost an election. It only reports the irregularities noticed and makes recommendations for improvement in future elections. Therefore, all the hope over the EU reports is neither here or there when it comes to legitimizing and delegitimizing the government of the day. That power or responsibility belongs to the judiciary. I hope those who are now citing as if they are speaking in tongues over the EU report will also have the spirit and anointing to accept and embrace the actual forensic judgment by our poorly constituted law courts when they eventually decide on the 2023 election. Till then, as very senior member of the bar, I hold my peace and I say no more. KEYAMO, or whatever you call yourself, EU did not declare anybody winner, but rather they allegedly saying that the election was not free and fair. Making such a statement shows that they have brought the judges over and expecting the judgment to be in their favor. We are all watching. You are in law because of what you eat. Is your house in America not enough? The controller will soon lose all. You can imagine what he's saying. So he's indirectly telling Nigerians that the judge is going to rule in the favor of, their candidates. What a pity. So guys, I'm dropping it here. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.